Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, honestly, but I warned you about the scenario that we only get three waves up, and it happened. I'm going to show you later on the lower time frame. I'm now on the 8 hour time frame, and yeah, I think it's due that we go over a little bit on the bigger picture right now. Yes, so from the lows here, which is my intermediate wave 4 low, in my view, we're building this diagonal pattern to the upside, okay? So in this diagonal pattern, we have completed wave 1 of minor degree, 2, 3, 4. And the question now, is this fifth wave completed here or not? It's really getting a little bit difficult, honestly, okay? It's really getting difficult because in my view, the chart would still look better with one more high in the minor fifth wave up here. But the question is now, when do we flip, or when do I flip the scenario for this primary wave 4 pullback? And I'm really fighting with myself. I have to tell you this. I'm really fighting with myself right now. But I still give the benefit of the doubt here that possible we find support here and reverse to the upside. Okay, I'm not there yet to change my labeling that our primary wave 3 and intermediate wave 5 topped here. I'm not changing that until we break certain levels, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. But for now, I still see that we have finished in the minor 5 in orange here, minute wave A, and we are possibly still in minute wave B, and then a C wave to come still. Okay, so that's still my scenario until we break certain levels. I mean, there's the scenario for this being already started, this this primary fourth wave correction here in yellow. It's really close, honestly. It's really, really close. Okay, and it's not yet, but it's really close. I have to tell you that. Okay, so we found. Let me just zoom in here. Okay, so due to the sell-off, okay, and I still think that this is kind of a WXY correction. And today's high was our B wave top, in my view. Okay, so that this whole move was the A wave, this is the B wave, and the C wave is still coming. That's the only scenario really I can still count for a possible reversal in the support area to the upside. At the moment, it seems like we need to go lower a little bit. And I have defined some targets, which are first of all the 50% retracement. Let me just remove that one. That is not relevant anymore. So that's a 50% retracement and a 61.8 retracement. Okay, inside here, we have some areas where the price should hold, honestly. And there comes my point, which I was talking about. Where do I flip at the moment? When do I flip my count that we are already in the bigger degree correction, which would be the primary degree? And that would be a break below 19,637. This is the really, it cannot go further down. If it goes further down, then the scenario comes in play, which I was talking about before, that everything has finished here. Okay, I'm not there yet, but with a break below that mentioned 61.8 pip retracement level at 19,637, and I'm going to mark that also as red. This would indicate that we are already further or heading further down. Okay, so that this whole thing here is the start of a bigger correction. At the moment, I see it still as a WXY with one more high to come to finish our minor fifth wave. And that would say that our sorry, that was my phone ringing. That from the lows here or from our highs today, okay, we need an impulse to the downside in a C wave. So that's an A, B, C pattern. And I have put some targets for that because the 61.8 extension for that being an ABC structure, in my view, needs to hold. Okay, as we have the 1.382 fib extension level at 19,890, so these targets are closely together here, and we really have to hold this. I have to tell you this. If we break these levels, this is the first indication that we really go lower. And I just want to say something to that correction. I mean, we had a very sharp correction again here, okay? So that was also a very, very sharp correction. It's, in my view, looking a little bit like that leg down here. And that gives me a little bit hope. I mean, it's not that I'm bullish or bearish here right now, but I try to figure out what's going on. And I can see a comparison between these two waves here. And that leads me to the scenario that we should find support here. It could be a quick dip down of this trend line, as we did here, and reach the 61.8 or the 50% of the 61.8 here, and then reverse higher. That's really the last scenario left on the bullish way, on the bullish count, that could that could define one more leg higher. And let me just go on the 1 hour time frame now, because I think we have to look in the internals here. If we are in the C wave of the Y of the B wave here, okay, we have done, in my view, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need one more low. And I think that could finish still this correction, and then we can move higher from here. Problematic is it? Really problematic is it? Well, let me throw some fibs on here, because I think that could help a little bit to define. Okay, see, that could fit technically into that count, that we closely reach the 61.8 here. Not 61, 1618, which is the third wave target. We should get another 4 and one more low in the fifth wave that should lead us down to 20,033. So these are the levels, in my view, that the price needs to hold. And when I'm going to put up some fibs here again for our fourth wave, which we should get, I removed the 23.6, and I'm going to make them in another color. So these are the levels our fourth wave should hold. So I'm going to label that now. And ladies and gentlemen, this is really the last scenario that needs to hold. So when we complete our C wave here from our V wave top, from our today's highs, in an impulse like that, it could finish that scenario, okay? And this is really the last chance for the bulls here to step in. And you see these targets are all aligned within the 50%, which is this line, this orange line, and the 61.8, which is the lower orange line. So that could project us to the mentioned target areas at 20,033 or at 19,978. These two target levels, these are just extension levels, okay? So it could really be that the price want to reach either the 61.8 here or only the 50% and then launch higher from here. That could also be. It's just an area of support here, and this really needs to hold. And if it doesn't hold, I am the first to flip that count to the more bearish scenario. But we are not there yet, and you know how I work here, and I need invalidation for anything. And that was also our white box I defined here today, where I said it could be choppy. And you saw what happened. We had only 3 waves up, and we got a strong sell-off, and we got rejected in my target area box here. And that's why I always make you aware we need of a low, we need 5 waves up to confirm that. And that was a clear 3-wave move. So that's why I said be cautious, please, today. If we don't get our 5 waves up, then it could be leading to more downside, and that happened. and I can only make you aware of these situations. I mean, trading you have to do on your own, and we only make these 3 updates a day, so there's time in between. But therefore, also, if you're interested in that, you can check out our Discord alert service for these informations, because these are informations we provide during the day in trading. And so, for all of you that don't have this booked, I mean, it's not nice, but you can only get these informations in the evening. That's the problem. And there was so much happening today, and I mean, beautiful trading, definitely. You could be done in the first 30 minutes, and you say, okay, hey, no matter what it's doing, I go home or I go do something else. But it's very important that we have to watch the fibs and building blocks and impulsive or corrective structure. And that really was a corrective structure, and I warned you about that. But yeah, I mean, it's developing now like this. I would also be happy for this being the low here already, but I also make you aware about the scenario that I don't like the structure. I said this, I think, 2 days ago or one day ago. I didn't like the structure, how this thing bottomed here. And I can only talk about this. Yeah, so that's it. And this is the last area for the bulls to flip, to step in. Really, it's the last area for the bulls to step in. And yeah, let's see. I mean, we can just take it step by step here, and yeah, trade what's coming. But I mean, we could be a little bit more. I mean, we could be prepared with these videos, but there's so much happening in between these videos, and I can only encourage you. Maybe you take a look at the services, because they are there to help you and to give you internal, intraday trading possibilities. And when we see levels break, we have these informations to put out and adjust accounts earlier than just the YouTube memberships. I mean, it's a real benefit. So if you think about maybe taking a look at it, let me or Michael know. So yeah, watch the lower time frames. You should kind of get a little bounce here in the fourth wave, then get another sell off to the downside, and that, ladies and gentlemen, should, in the bullish scenario, find or finish our correction. Okay, it's just extending. It's just extending very far, but it's like that. Okay, it's really like that. Okay, I wish you a very nice evening. Oops, I don't want that. Nice balance of the day. Good trading tomorrow, and we see hear us tomorrow morning. Bye. Ciao, ciao.